My name is Bruno, and I became a black person.
No one knew that I was actually black when I had my white makeup on.
For 6 weeks, two families, my family and a black family, got together in a house in the Valley in LA, and we decided to swap races.
Would go into makeup and become the opposite race. We became black, they became white. Then we moved in together.
We're talking living together, you know? It's not like, you know, we're gonna see them for a little party, get together, and they go their way and we go our way. No, at night, we all live under the same roof.
The whole experience, it opened my eyes, just made me more aware of my race.
I'm a pioneer in this because this is something that's never been done.
Changing color to see what it would be like.
It was completely transformative. We got jobs, went shopping.
Hey, white man. We would go out together. He's the honky.
We were undercover. We had hidden cameras. We were sneaking around.
Hello.
We did it all.
We're the Wurgles, a typical white American family from Santa Monica.
I just wanted to really poke into the issue of race and see if any flames would emerge.
My mindset in life I get from my father. As an immigrant,
Came to this country starting from scratch and demonstrated that you get what you want by working extremely hard.
I've never played this game before. I don't know how to play.
I was curious to see how the world would react to me as a black person. Many times I was shocked.
I feel racist.
We are the Sparks family.
We just a typical black family from Atlanta.
White family here, Vietnamese here, white here, Mexican here. Very diverse. We're just like the UN, baby. Growing up in Michigan as light skin, green eyes, big afro back in the early 70s, it was tough. I had to fight the darker skinned blacks because I was too light, and then I had to fight the whites because I was too dark. So I had racism from both sides. Being white felt different. Wow. Very different.
I was raised in a very liberal home, and my folks were involved with the civil rights movement. So I had compassion for people who have suffered. By putting on another skin, I wanted to have a sense of what it's like to be black.
I was raised by two hardworking parents who taught me to not use race as an excuse.
You, as an adult, should know that you just don't call a woman a bitch.
I didn't know that. I really didn't know what to expect, but I didn't know it was gonna be that intense.
She gonna be crying a lot. She keep me though. Shit.
I mean, I like it, but it's not something I would wear.
Oh, I thought you liked it.
I would love to sit here and say that everything was just great, but it wasn't.
Oh, you have lost your damn mind.
You can't act black.
I'm kind of waiting for somebody to go, hey, nigger. You know,
But it's not gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen. You know,
That word was still, like dynamite.
I got angry sometimes at being misunderstood. I don't want to have to choose my words.
You want to sit on the little lily white pedestal and say shit is not happening in the world, and that's bullshit.
Bruno, don't piss me off. What happened between Bruno and myself was really challenging. You have these judgments that I think you have no right to have. I knew we had differences going into the project. I didn't know how great those differences were.
what are you going to do about it?
I don't know how we're gonna make it.
We did something no one else has ever done,
I don't like being made up.
and none of us will be the same again.
Please don't believe the hype. Everything in the world ain't black and white. Everybody ain't a stereotype. Just because I look wrong, I'm about to do right. Black as midnight or bright as Snow White. You better do me right or I'ma have to take flight. Put you on nice, blast on you twice. If you a zebra, better come out them stripes. Please don't believe the hype. Everything in the world ain't black and white. Did you get your race car? Did you get your race car?
Good morning.
My name is Bruno, and during this project, I'm going to become a black person along with my family.
My name is Rose. I'm 17 years old, and I'm a white girl.
It's just so exciting to be a part of this project. I don't know what to expect. I'll pick up some other affectations and characteristics and maybe end up walking a little differently.
My name is Carmen, and I'm going to become black. I'm getting spray painted. I'm turning black gradually.
I'm Brian, I'm 40, and I'm going to become a white man. Still amazed that all these colors make me white.
I see browns and blues and greens and reds, but the finished product, I look like a white guy.
I'm Nick, and I'm 16, and I'm going to be transformed into a white dude.
My name is Renee, and by changing the color of my skin, I will be able to see what it's like to be white.
I've never experienced what it's like to be treated black. I don't know what that means or entails.
The transformation is definitely underway.
I get to learn just how it feels to go out in the world looking black.
In my opinion, it's looking pretty good.
Hello, girl.
I look up in the mirror, and I'm like, damn, I'm white!
Being a former basketball player, I always thought how nice it would be to be able to jump, get off the ground, leap, and slam dunk like these guys can. And there's no doubt about it. Blacks are superior, you know, physically, hands down. They're faster, they leap higher, they're just awesome, awesome athletes.
That's it, we're done. All finished.
Yes, I do look like a white guy. Totally. Yeah, I think I'll break out the sticks, play a little golf. Awesome, dude. Awesome. You know, I've been trying to imagine what it's gonna look like
to see Renee and Nick for the first time white.
Wow. You look like, I look as white as you.
Yeah, look at that.
Why are you laughing at me? I should be laughing at you.
That is too funny, though. Clear out here, you know, we got some business to take care of.
I don't think so. Not my type. Okay, you can't take this the wrong way because remember, we're in makeup, but I mean, you don't look anything like a guy I would be anywhere attracted to.
Come on, white girl. Come on, white girl.
I don't want to.
Come on, white girl.
Just a peck.
You be scared. Yeah, that was weak.
I know.
Oh my God, that is so strange. Oh my God, Bruno. It's nice. I love black. I mean, visually and somehow heart-wise, there's a warmth.
You're beautiful.
Thank you. You look like a really nice man. Oh my God.
God, it's just really beautiful. I just feel like I'm in love with this woman. It's beautiful.
Okay, so when do we get to see Nick? Because now I'm really curious now.
What?
Wow.
Nick. Wow. You look good. Wow.
You're sexy. Is that what you said? Oh my God. Oh my God. Look at the shoes and everything.
I'm gonna look like Michael Jackson. Oh, your head up?
Lift your head up.
Look at your hair. Look at that.
Look at yours.
My mustache and stuff. Look at your teeth. Look at your pimples and everything.
No, dog. He already had that.
You're adorable.
Beautiful, amazing job. You totally look like a little black girl. Beautiful job. Do I look like me?
No.
No? Would you recognize me?
No.
On the street?
No.
Wow. Amazing.
Yeah.
Hi, Rose. You look great. Let me see your hair. It's beautiful.
Yeah?
We look like twins, huh?
Today was like the experimental day. It was the yay or nay. Will this work?
I'm very confident I can pull this off. I went golfing as a white guy because that's a predominantly white sport. I wanted to see how it would get treated.
You have a pack of teas as well? Yeah. Good deal, good deal.
Okay, all set.
Thank you very much, sir.
Oh, terrible. I talk to people that I wouldn't normally talk to.
All right, you got a pretty good stroke going there, so I come over to see what you're doing here so I can try to straighten my game like that. So, there you go. You know, we're shopping for clubs, so we're just interested to see what kind of clubs you're using.
Yeah, I
over
have
here,
these custom made at some little shop down in Burbank.
Oh, okay.
I feel very accepted, as if I was one of their own. Appreciate your time. Your name?
I'm John.
John Brian White.
My first time as a black girl, I went to South Central. Going undercover in the black world is amazing.
People were talking to me like, my sister.
See, Lee was trying to holler.
What?
Holler means he's trying to go out with you.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He was liking you, like digging the way you look. You know. Look at you trying to get a boyfriend.
When I'm in black makeup, I wasn't like scared. If anything, I was just like, I look black. People regarded me as a black girl.
It was selling.
I needed a pair of shoes, so I went shopping. As a white guy, I'm relaxed when I'm shopping. I put on my white makeup and I'm having fun.
Okay, answer any questions for you.
I like these two here.
Okay.
Kind of like that one better.
What size do you wear?
11. And then the most amazing thing happened. The guy actually took my foot and put it in the shoe and put a shoehorn in the back to make sure my foot slide in. That feels good.
This kind of shoe should be pretty comfortable right from the start.
I have never in my life had someone, they come out and give me my shoe, but I've never had anyone actually unlace it, open it, shoehorn the back, and slide my foot into the shoe.
Is this what the white guys get? This is all the benefits they get? It's never happened to me black in 40 years. The first time I go and buy shoes as white, I have it done. I was like, wow, the possibilities are endless.
Over the next several weeks, my family is going to be living with the White family.
I'll have the opportunity to discuss the experiences that I have with the family that I'll be living with, actual black people.
My expectations of living with a white family, I was just hoping coming in that they were nice, that they were clean.
I'm pretty much open-minded, just like, okay, let's just see what happens.
Oh my God, guys.
Oh my God, this is it. We're meeting them.
Home, sweet home.
I have no idea what it's going to be like to live with a black family. I have the sense that I'm heading into something difficult and profound.
I think everybody was trying to size each other when we walked in the door. See how their reaction was when they saw us. Were they pleased or displeased or scared?
Hi, how you doing?
Good, very good, thank you.
When we first met, it was kind of intense.
And a basketball.
And a basketball, we saw
That's all new for everyone. The nerves of not knowing what to expect. Moving into a house with a family we didn't know, in a home we weren't familiar with.
I like to come when I'm getting ready to cook, but the kitchen's clean. No dishes.
Renee seems very strong-minded, very clear about what she thinks.
Somebody uses the kitchen when they're done, they walk out, it should be just like they came in.
Bruno, he seemed like he was a pretty grounded guy. Thought, I would hang out with Bruno.
How'd you guys, when you first saw each other, what'd you think?
That was intense.
Yeah.
Was it?
I walk in, and he's this beautiful, warm black man. I fell in love with him.
Ding, ding.
Well, when I first met Carmen, I thought, she's weird. She seemed kind of emotional.
Nick is very introspective. He was the quiet one of the bunch. Lock on the door, we don't want the black people stealing anything.
My mom and Bruno don't exactly spend a lot of time with black people, so I think I'm a little nervous that they might say the wrong thing.
First thing we had to do was teach each other how to pass as the members of the other race.
We're gonna help each other walk the walk and talk the talk.
All right, so we got to help y'all pass black.
Yeah.
I was figuring I would walk in and just basically high-five everybody.
Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. High-fiving everybody.
No, I keep thinking there's something in the walk. Don't you think there's just some kind of,
Let's say the walk. I was thinking kind of, how about a white guy, sort of more straight, whereas a black was sort of like just a little bit of roll.
That's not really bad.
It's just sort of
not really bad.
Kind of.
And the biggest thing, if somebody come up to you, is hand, keep it in the middle, because we don't want none of this touching.
Okay, we don't touch.
Just come in.
Can it close thing or
just it can be open. White guys come and hug like this. Like this. Straight up and down, nothing to block.
All men do that.
All men do that.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Do we really want to be like saying, okay, so that's what most black people do, therefore I should do it to blend in? Because I know that like all of us are trying to learn about the other race, but it's so much in the language of stereotype. I don't know yet if I'm going to feel comfortable putting on an act. I'm comfortable being me. I don't want to just be sending out bullshit.
It's all about pulling it off. Somebody say what's up, just say what's up. Don't ask them what they do.
Would that take you a little bit aback?
Yeah, a little bit.
So there is a difference in the black and white.
Yeah,
Much more
because I've
open.
seen white women just come up to me and it's like, what she want? Why she bothering me? Why she asking me all these damn questions? You know, some black people be like, damn, why you want to know all that? Why you all in my business?
You think I ask too many questions?
No. I mean, just don't go in there friendly, highly ho neighbor. You know, that's curious.
That's a generally held belief.
Hell yeah, y'all very curious. I do a lot of things that everybody don't do. I'll give you all the white things that you do, and then you say curious. A tornado coming by, a white person coming behind it in a truck. Now it's a legitimate profession called storm chasing. I'm not chasing the storm. You know what I'm saying? You're laughing because you know it's true. That's white.
Is it your sense that blacks generally look down on whites?
No, we don't look down on you. No. It's just your nature is to be more curious than ours. Your nature is to, if you hear a noise, to find out what the noise is. When we hear noise, we're getting away from the noise, and we're worried about what the noise is later.
I wonder why if those differences are true, and certainly right here they're playing out. Wow, this is all really interesting. I am never around, or very rarely around, black people.
Really?
Yeah, and to have this kind of Were we supposed to coach you all? Or ask?
She doesn't have to do that because I know how to adapt and get along with white people. Because that's something that I learned to do because white people are the ones I had to deal with when I had to interview for a job or anything. You know, I know how to communicate with them to get what I want.
We interact with whites daily. Black culture has to conform to white society to make it.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
We are in for something. We are in for something.
What did they do?
Oh, that's nasty.
You can learn a lot by living with another family.
So far, it's been really neat. So far, I've really enjoyed meeting the Sparkses. I've learned a lot. There's like a whole world, a whole community in being black. It's like a secret society with shared experiences and language and customs.
Being black is a very subtle thing, you know. Where the head kind of,
On our first day out, we had a discussion with a moderator about race to help prepare us for focus groups.
The goal of the meeting now is to talk about the idea of racism and how do we recognize in other people what they are seeing in us when we are in different skins.
It'll be interesting, and I'm sure it'll happen, where I'll be in black and I'll get some attitude from some prick white guy, and I won't have all the history of resentment that a black man has, and I'll be able to with him. Oh, just, you know, mentally spar with them and go,
like,
you know, he says,
why?
hey, nigga. You know, I won't get angry. I'll just kind of smile to myself and go, wow, why'd you say that?
When I hear the N-word, my jaws clench up. It resonates with me, and I know it's just a word, but, you know, what I had to go through growing up, that word still gets me. It's powerful.
You know, no one's gonna just strictly come up, you know, and say, hey, nigger, or anything like that. Because that kind of racism is really not there today. Now it's more, we won't get the positions that we're qualified for, or we won't get the service that everybody else get. But I think that Rose and Carmen and Bruno is gonna get a lot more out of this than we will because of the fact that white don't have to go through the day-to-day small things that you never think about. Like if I go into the mall as a black man, I'm gonna be looked at.
Right, or follow.
Really? What if we're at a gathering, all of us are having dinner together, and there are pretty much equal blacks and whites, and then the whites leave and y'all start jiving? Jiving?
See, that's white. That's very white.
Is it really?
No, get down, mama. That's pass the grits and chicken. That's jive.
Today, Carmen and I are going to be black people in a focus group of all black people. It'll be a panel of black people talking about race and racism.
I feel totally confident that no one will be aware of the fact that I'm a honky.
Bruno walked in before me. I came in as the last participant to this all-black panel. I felt nervous, like, are they going to accept that I'm black? It was scary.
It was great. I knew that Brian was behind the two-way mirror, and he had given me some advice on how to be black. He told me to sort of just kick back, don't have great posture, lean to one side and sort of slouch in the chair.
Take a few minutes.
I was mindful of not being overly inquisitive.
What do you see today as the biggest difference between being black and white in America?
When I think of white people, I think ethnocentric. Very much like my way of seeing things is the best, most correct way. And anything that's different than that, you know, I don't want to get to know.
It's assimilation. You know, it's kind of like as long as we assimilate and do what they do, we're okay. But if we're kind of like off on the side doing our own little thing, you might be a little bit intimidating.
It seems like that's just the way it is. This world is dominated by white people, and I don't think it's any way that we'll ever be considered equal.
Because they just talk at you anyway. Mm-hmm. I'm a grown man, and you be having them talk, hey, get over there, hey, get this, pick that up, hey, get over here, you know. It's like, wait, I'm a man. They don't even talk to their kids like that.
There's a world there that I got to have an eye-opening view of. It was pretty amazing and very enlightening to experience just a taste of what it's like for the black world.
You know, there's a lot of controversy about the N-word and who can use it or whether it should be used at all. Who has experienced an intentional attempt to disrespect you by using that term? That's what I'm trying to get at.
Oh, yeah.
Have you had experiences like that?
Yeah, I used to work as a doorman at a disco, you know, and if somebody came up intoxicated or didn't have the right dress on, you know, they say, come on, nigga, you know. Or, you know, it's a lot more hostile than that. And I just, you know, yeah, that's right, I'm a nigga. You know, it just wouldn't affect me. And that would be the end of the conflict, just like that. Because I wouldn't give it the power.
The only reason why people call you derogatory names is so that they can inflame you. If you don't empower the people that call you the N-word by getting upset, you win. And the idiot that just called you that doesn't have any power.
My main thing is just to be the fly on the wall and see how whites act when blacks are nowhere around.
I'll be able to, you know, actually hear what they say when I'm not in the room. But I'll actually be in the room.
She's walking like a white woman.
My name is Brian. I enjoy building computers, things like that. I like fixing things with my hand.
My name is Renee, and
my hobbies, whoa. Swimming, tennis, you know, shopping.
How prevalent is racism still in today's society?
You know, I want to think that everybody is treated equally, and you know what? They're not.
I had an experience where I was managing
A girl who was black, and she had the worst attitude I have ever seen. I wanted to fire her so bad. It had nothing to do with the color of her complexion. Whatever I would have to document to fire her, I'd have to have an even longer list to make sure that we're not sued.
Yeah, I've been there.
Yeah.
Yesterday, there's a black guy behind the counter, and my friend tipped him and said, put a tip in the jar and said, thank you, brother. And the guy said, watch how you say that.
Only black people can call themselves brother or even the N-word.
I don't look at a black person and say, I want to do harm. But sometimes there's these innate things that I think have been taught that, you know, I shake someone's hand that's black and my instinct is to wipe it or something. I am very conscious of it afterwards and I feel horrible about it, and it takes work to switch that around.
When he said that, I was like, wow.
The guy's just shaking when he was telling us that. You could tell that that really bothered him.
I knew that racism was there, and I thought I was prepared for everything, but when I actually donned the white makeup, I was shocked.
Those focus groups were really eye-opening.
I look forward to having someone say, hey, nigga, you know, you're a son of a bitch. I hate you, nigga. And expect me to get all freaked out about it. And I just look at him and go, gee, why did you call me that? And that would be the end of it.
When we were in the focus group, It was interesting that out of the whole group, Bruno used the word nigger.
With the ER? Yeah.
He was the first one to say it.
They like that word.
They like it for some reason. I don't know why.
Like when you're black, it's okay for you to say the word then, but when you're white, just...
I think that most white people, not all, would love to say nigga in the presence of black and not have any repercussion.
Now that we've got the basic knowing where we are and who the sparks are, I feel I can totally focus on the black perspective on issues of race. I'm very curious to see if I am reacted to differently as black Bruno than I am as white Bruno.
I'm in this project to see if black people are just the same as white people. By becoming a black girl, I want to see if I can identify with other black kids and learn about their culture.
Today, I'm going out to look for a job as a white Brian in an all-white community. I would like to see it will be easier for me as a white man to get a job because I'm white. When they see me, they'll see likeness. It'll be easier for me to fit in.
Hey, you must be Brian.
Brian.
You're here for an interview.
I sure am.
All right, well, let me just take you over to a table, and then we'll get you to fill out some stuff.
Leo's Bar is an all-white neighborhood, and I would like to be a bartender because alcohol brings out the truth. If you're a bartender, if black was brought up in a white surrounding when the patrons are drunk, I think it's much different than sober.
You don't have a job now. You haven't had a criminal record. We need to do a background check on you. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm just, thrilled you guys interviewing me, give me the chance for this.
Well, once you're on, you're part of the family,
Okay, I like that.
Right.
I got the job. Thank you for this opportunity, and I promise I won't let you down.
Oh, I know you won't. I know you won't. I know you won't.
They told me, welcome to the family. They knew I was white when they said, welcome to the family. I'm in the Leo family. I'm in the Leo family. So I'm white now, so I'm in there.
Today I went to the mall and I met Duran and Poetry, who are in charge of a slam poetry class. They knew that I was white, but I was still in black makeup.
Do you know anything about that poetry jam?
No!
We teach poetry workshops. There's so many beautiful poems out there, but they're not performed right. We teach performance and writing skills.
I like to write poetry, and I've never learned how to. I've written it myself.
If you write poetry, we're like, oh, you're in the house.
I'm really excited about taking this poetry class because I want to know what it's like to be black. I want to immerse myself in the culture.
Do you have any poems
like in my head?
Or in your head, or do you have
or
any
down that you would have memorized? Only because the first class, at least, right, we're gonna have everybody read something, or at least, and
so we can see where you are.
Where you are, what we need to work on.
Wow.
And it's easier if you have it memorized.
I've got an assignment, and I'm downright feeling intimidated. I've never tried to do slam poetry. It's scary for me to know that I've got so much potential to fail.
Anything that'll speak about you or something that you can memorize.
Well, I can always do one tonight and just work on it.
It'll have to be memorized.
Yeah.
Okay.
And written.
Today I went to several car dealerships to see if I'm treated any differently as a black person.
I've spoken to black friends. They'll say that you don't know what it is to be the black man who's looked at with suspicion. Somebody looks at me and they have hatred because I'm black. That will be soul-shaking.
Let me get the case for you. Okay, thank you. Appreciate your time.
What do we do, honestly, what do we do to our business today?
It's kind of interesting. I was on the lot no more than 20, 30 seconds before somebody would notice me and come right over to me.
What if you don't have such good credit?
When I tell them that I have lousy credit, they tell me that I'm going to have to put more money down. I think that's rather standard.
Didn't seem to me that anyone was keying in on my blackness.
In general, I got excellent service, and I'm finding that I'm treated exactly the same, whether I'm black or whether I'm white.
What about you guys? What have you learned so far?
I've learned a lot. I learned that, as a black man, I buy my shoes. They just hand me the shoe and say, here, try it on. But my first day as a white guy, I go and buy some shoes. They take my foot and put it in the shoe. I bought golf shoes out of a Golf Pro shop before. didn't happen. So, I mean, I'm not saying that it always happens, but it was just my first time, and I was like, wow.
At the car dealership, as a black man, what I experienced is I'm getting the reaction from people that I usually get as white Bruno. And that's telling me a lot.
From what I hear from you, I don't feel that you're getting the experiences that I go through on a daily. Bruno's been white all his life until these last few days. So he doesn't know what to look for or what to expect. If you're not used to it in your daily life, then you're not going to look for anything new just because you have all black makeup. I just think the little things that you never think about is always on our mind as black men.
What I totally believe is it's the individual, regardless of whether he's white or black. I'm going to come as Bruno as a black man, okay? And I'm going to show everybody courtesy. I'm going to deal with life the way Bruno does, and I'm going to appear black. My theory is it starts with, personal responsibility. You get out of life what you put into it. I come from a place of not expecting to be assaulted by racism. And maybe that's a huge difference. They're so aware of the fact that they are black and that they are separate and they are different. Well, you said, you guys are going to get a lot more out of this than I am because, you're going to be black and I'm going to be white.
Right.
Okay, well, you said it was going to happen. So far, I'm kind of waiting for somebody to go, hey, nigger.
But it's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen.
I really don't think that Bruno is getting the black experience yet, and I'm not sure if he's going to ever open his mind to it.
You're saying you think you know that I started to experience something. I'm telling you, no. No.
Going to a poetry thing, and I don't have anything memorized yet, and I would have liked to. That's not so good if I needed to write a poem and memorize it. I really love words. I do. And to me, you can never have enough adjectives.
I want everybody to introduce themselves and tell me your favorite entertainer.
My name is Latoya Hicks. My favorite artist is Mary J. Blige.
My name is Cherie Busby, and my favorite entertainer is Prince.
Okay, blessed. I'm an avid Michael Jackson fan.
My name is Jonathan. My favorite performer is Dave Chappelle.
My name is Rose, and my favorite entertainer, I kind of love the Cranberries. So,
the Cranberries.
Love the Cranberries.
Diverse.
Yeah, exactly, definitely. You only have one opportunity to make a first impression. So my first impression was I love the Cranberries.
What was that?
Whenever we do our poems, we have to stand up. Okay?
I don't know how to face this. I'm standing in the mirror faceless. My mom is at my shoulder telling me to escape this. There's so many far before me with war-like stories of prison and death. I'll take a deep ass breath.
What is this that torments my existence, that removes the joy in every single instance? Am I doomed to succumb to this depression?
Who got the idea that I was ready for this? I felt like a lamb in a lion's den.
I'm always down for my black people, though sometimes they be acting so evil. Unbelievable how my patience remains. Though at times I feel an alien blood runs through these veins, and this thought sustains. The alien is me.
These people rock, and they're speaking about being black from their heart of hearts. And I'm hoping to God that this sounds black. Okay. Thank you. Many words, my life, the so simple complexities of a human psyche. To even relish in my thoughts of romantic stride. My skin to his. My touch returned. A mutual undulation of want and reciprocal acceptability and performance. A ritual so profound, the taste of sex. The body, flush with hot and sticky fantastic. A basket of unbroken fruit, a dripping bouquet of red, ripe woman. The pulp of the soul spread lavishly over the human chemistry. When discovery and pleasure were encouraged. Thank you.
Were you nervous?
Shitless.
Yeah, I felt that you were nervous. So
yeah.
You have a lot of big words. I don't get, and you have to know your audience and know that if you're speaking to an audience of people, that not everybody's going to understand what you're talking about.
That was hard. This project is so much more unnerving and probing than you can possibly expect it to be.
So how was today for you, Rose?
Yeah, I was just about to ask you.
It was incredible. Some of the most beautiful, intense poetry I've heard in a long time. Everything was just from the heart. Racism, prejudice, black lifestyle came up a lot because they were talking about being black.
So did you get up and say anything?
I did. But here I am in front of everybody and I'm like, I hope it at least is black enough to get through this class. Like,
You know what? If I'd have got in there for the first time, I would have done
I was
it.
like shaking my socks.
Yeah, that's courage. Rose has a good head on her shoulder, and I think Bruno can take a page from Rose's book and learn.
That is one place I do not want to get found out. Like,
oh really?
Oh yeah, no, the only way I feel okay being in there is if I work my ass off. They're doing something
You feel like they
incredible
would
there.
really, like...
I don't feel like that would be respectful of me.
I don't know how I'm feeling right now because I want to strike up friendships, and if something went wrong, like if they found out that I was white, somebody's not going to feel cool about it.
I don't want to go in there again and do what I did. Just don't.
My dad is always talking about how whites are treated differently than black people. But my generation now, we really don't see all that. We just see people. As long as you cool with us, then we cool with you.
Oh my goodness, check it out.
Oh my God.
Wow, amazing.
I'm gonna be white today, so I wanna go and do something only white kids do.
Today I'm going to etiquette class with Nick to see how well he blends in with white kids.
Nice to meet you, Claudia.
Claudia Rose, nice to meet you.
Great to meet you, Rose. Hi, I'm Claudia. Nice
Nick.
to meet you. Nick. Etiquette, actually, it's not just rules. It's the way you behave, the way you're going to be accepted.
Basically, it teaches you know how to eat at fancy restaurants and how to greet people and be polite.
I want to see you pretend to eat your soup. Pretend
you're really eating.
Pretend you're really eating.
Yes.
Okay. You eat from the inside to the outside. Yeah.
Jeez, I'm not supposed to.
Remember, when your mom used to feed you, it was like this?
Yes.
Okay, you guys are grown-ups now.
I actually don't think Nick is enjoying himself at all. I know that you were still acting like yourself, and you do have a real vernacular that's quite, like, I mean, at least stereotypically black.
I'm always gonna be myself.
Yeah, you're not gonna be working with how you act, as in like enunciating and stuff like that.
I can't act white.
You can't. Okay, so that's your opinion?
Really can't. I just don't, really see no point into this racism thing. I'm not the racist person, so all that stuff doesn't really matter to me.
So what's kind of your like goal for this then?
Just a pass.
Just a pass?
I'm here for the fun.
Today will be the first day that I work at Leo's Bar. It's a little all-white bar. There's a bartender. It's cool. I'm being the fly on the wall and get to see a day in white.
Oh, you want to establish a rapport with all these guys. If you take care of them, they're going to take care of you.
I have to speak proper grammar, or as we black community say, I have to speak white. Yes, see? Okay, I'm about to watch you. You must be a real regular, right? Then I got into some conversation with a guy. There you go. It was so easy because they thought I was so white up in there. I just asked him a simple question. What is the neighborhood like?
Yeah, this is pretty much a white area, so you won't have any problems.
Oh, okay. Fit right in.
I grew up in this neighborhood, and this is one of the last somewhat unaffected bastions of middle-class Caucasian America inside Los Angeles.
Nice quiet community.
Most of the cities around this area have changed significantly. This is the one that's almost like it's been insulated for some reason.
Wow. I kind of got that feel when I came through this
And
neighborhood.
the neighbors want it to stay that way.
Exactly.
They don't want a lot of change. They don't want a lot of building. They don't want a lot of immigration because they've seen what's happened in the peripheral communities. And it's taken the quality of life down.
He just like went on and on. This is the last little white community. We want to keep it like this. In other words, this will be the place for you to move and bring your white family if you want to have your kids raised in a good neighborhood.
This area up here has somehow remained untouched. So
that's interesting.
So if you're looking for a safe place to raise your kids, you can't do better than this, I think.
I think if I was in there black, of course I wouldn't get that kind of information. But because he thought I was white, he had that comfort zone. He spilled his guts. I was really blown away for him to say all that to me. It was tough. I know there is some people like that, but you want to think of this as a much better place.
What I hope will happen for us today, Bruno, is I want to walk down the street, you and I as black guys, and I want a white woman to clutch the purse real quick or not look at you when you try to say hello. And I want to be in the store and I want security to, you know, snoop around.
Bruno tries to make light of my experiences of racism. It's very important to me that he sees what blacks deal with on a daily basis.
My buddy from that I play ball with, Scott, and he's 6'7", a big guy and black, and he says, I've never experienced racism.
I don't want you, you know, go away like, that guy just looking for racism. He just walks into a place, he projects.
To be honest, I think it's a mixture. Yeah. I think when somebody reacts to you in a certain way, you do kind of look for it, and you never know why they're reacting to you in that way. Maybe they do hate black people, or maybe they just, you know, their husband slapped them that morning.
When you're black, and you're black all your life, you know when it's a bitter person, a bad day, right. or prejudice, or when you're just black. You know, as long as you sit there and negate everything I say, you're not gonna look for it. You can debate, but I tell you what, debate is what I look for. I have no problem.
As a matter of fact, you and I will be shopping, and you can go check out the person over there.
Just be receptive.
Check it out.
All I ask.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And you can even point it out to me.
Okay.
You know.
All right.
All right. All right.
When I walked into poetry class, I couldn't have been more nervous. The whole class was scary to me because it was something so foreign. So I decided that
I'm gonna just walk in there like, why not? I'm me, that's that, period. Conquer some fear. Why not?
Okay, ready? Go. Concentration. Concentration is the game. Keep the rhythm or you'll be out the game. Topic is colors.
Purple.
Brown.
Black.
Pink.
Yellow.
Silver.
Off-white.
Reddish green.
Shit!
I'm not about to go into a place and pretend that I know what I'm doing. But if for some reason I start changing and growing and learning in a different way that I didn't expect, I'll let it happen. When I started to realize that it did feel real, and it made me feel like now I've got some friends on board, and that I needed.
The objective today is to find out whether we can roam freely and without excessive paranoia our way. I'm going to be polite and respectful as I am to everybody, and I expect that they will be the same to me. I can't imagine somebody actually being rude to me or saying rude things, or I don't anticipate that at all.
I hope you do get the experience of seeing that they're watching you a little bit different. You get a little slower service. They don't give a shit whether you buy this or that, or you do get some looks. You could be the most pleasant person in the world, and it still could happen. Every time that Bruno debates that racism exists, it really pisses me off.
You'll see how I approach life as I walk into this store, and we'll see if somebody blows me off and how I handle it.
That's bullshit. You're sitting there and you want to sit on the little lily white pedestal and say shit is not happening in the world, and that's bullshit.
I hear you. No, I know it's out there, but I'm trying to enlighten you on the fact that you have to approach life in a certain way and not expect.
When I tell you about my life, you say it's a bad day when I tell you that someone doesn't acknowledge my existence, or if I speak, they don't speak. Everybody have a shitty day on that particular day that nobody wants to speak, or I don't get good service, or it takes them too long to deal with me because I'm black. I've been black for damn 41 years almost. I know when I'm being bullshitted because I'm black, or when somebody having a bad day. And that's the thing that you won't grasp or you won't understand, because you want to debate every goddamn thing that we sit up in here and say. And we're just trying to help you get the experience, but you won't get it.
We'll see what happens. I'm all eyes and all ears.
Things happen when you play.
See that? Did you see that?
What happened?
She looked and ran over.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah. Or she looked and ran over. Just the little things, you know.
Yeah.
But you know why they do it. I mean, once you start knowing, you know.
She had, but you know,
I know she was gonna run over. She
had to, because they were taking the whole sidewalk. I was like right here with you.
Yeah.
And they had to give it up.
I know she had to move over, but I mean, it's the way she did it, so she wouldn't have to look at me.
I experience that all the time, Brian. That's not a super unique thing. And I looked at her and she looked right at me. You notice that? Did she look at you too?
No.
Okay.
I was looking.
When we had like 3 seconds of eye contact.
I truly believe that if you walk into an establishment and carry yourself in a distinguished way and greet people with respect and courtesy, they will respond in kind.
Really nice for me.
Guess what? That's exactly what happened.
Good, how are you? All right. I like the suit you've got on.
Oh, thank you.
Very nice.
Bruno thinks that salespeople are coming over to help him, but they're really coming over to size him up.
So he kind of came up to us and acknowledged us.
Racism is out there in the.
You know what I think? I think from your reaction today, you're looking for it.
I'm not looking for it. You know a snubbing.
I get snubbed now too. But you and I, this evening, saw the same things. I saw one thing, you saw another. When a family is covering the entire sidewalk and they move over so that we can get by, you see that as them getting out of the way because you're black. You're looking for something that I think isn't there.
You're thinking that everything is okay, and it's not.
I would like for Bruno to just understand that it is a little bit more difficult being black in an all-white society than being white in an all-white society.
If you come into a place and you've got this resentment and this expectation of prejudice, it's going to find you. If you go in with an open heart and love and you know, you can laugh. But my life is, I get joy because I put joy out. I don't get, you know, suspicion because I'm not looking for it. I'm not coming at it with a chip on my shoulder, and that's what I get back from the world.
He just carries this knowing that people just don't like him.
You see what you want to see.
And you don't see what you don't want to see.
Stay tuned for scenes from this season of Black.